What is your opinion of the Keystone XL pipeline?
The more I follow this debate on the Keystone XL pipeline, I have to keep asking the question, what's in it for us in America? And I still can't figure out that answer. I think it's great that, 6,000 temporary construction jobs are important. Jobs are good, and we should be looking for ways to create more jobs in this country. But we're creating a pipeline that runs from Canada to Port Arthur, Texas. The jobs will be gone after the pipeline is finished, and we don't get any of the oil that's coming through this country. TransCanada has made it quite clear, though on the one hand they say it helps us reduce our reliance on foreign oil. But when they're asked the follow-up question, will any of that oil that's being pumped through the central part of America, will it come to those of us in America? The answer is no. And to make matters worse, once it's refined in Port Arthur, Texas, and shipped to China, Latin America, and Europe, that's still not going to drive down oil prices in this country. And on top of that, the refineries, because they're in a foreign trade zone, pay no taxes on it. I don't understand what's in it for this. I think this is a rush to put a pipeline in by Republicans, by big oil interests around the world that's influencing this, and I don't see the clear advantage. I don't think there is a clear advantage. I am not supporting the Keystone XL pipeline.
Well, I've been amused by the Republicans saying how many jobs this is going to create. Some say 100,000, that's what Frank Gintis said. The National Chamber of Commerce said, oh, maybe 500,000. We've had numbers all over the place, but the reality is that it's going to create about 2,600 to 4,600 jobs, and that's what TransCanada said themselves. So that was misleading. They also said there wouldn't be any leaks, you don't have to worry about it, but there's an XL pipeline right now that's had 12 leaks in a year. And then the third part is that it's to drive up the cost of energy in the Midwest, because that's where the pipeline ends now. They can get a better price on the world market, so they want to take it to the refineries and then send it out. Now, the head of the National Chamber of Commerce said that we weren't being very nice to our Canadian allies when we were saying no to them. But our Canadian allies said, well, if you don't take it, we'll just ship it to China. So I would say that was rather threatening on their part. But behind the whole story is where all this starts. Guess who's there? The Koch brothers. The Koch brothers just happen to be right there, ready to ship, ready to make profit all the way through. So this is not something that enriches the United States. It doesn't help us get off our oil dependency because they will be shipping it. When Senator Markey asked, Congressman Markey asked point blank to the head of the Canadian Transportation, are we going to get to keep this oil? He said no. He would not commit to us keeping the oil. So there's no gain and a lot of loss and potential loss.
This is a very good example, this Keystone pipeline, of trying to ram something down the throats of the American people. The risk to our environment is unimaginable with a pipeline. And the length of that pipeline would automatically calls for a problem. Pipelines leak. And now you look at the cost for cleanup, and you look at the risk to the communities where those leaks will occur, because they will occur. What we have to do is find alternative sources of energy. We should be directing our focus and our attention on ways to incentivize businesses to really scale up renewable and alternative sources of energy. We have an opportunity right here in New Hampshire to help lead the way in that area that would bring jobs to New Hampshire. That's what we should be focusing on, not building a pipeline. I want to say a pipeline to nowhere, but it's not building a pipeline that we benefit only from a handful of jobs. We could put far more people to work if we focused on building out our portfolio of renewable and alternative sources of energy. Those are the types of issues that I think Congress should be focused on, and those are the types of issues I would work on.